So so Dave was finishing his 3rd year of residency, and we were halfway through our pregnancy, so we were taking this trip, the baby moon, where it's kind of your last hurrah before you become parents, and you're not flying in the late term of the pregnancy. And so we were just gonna have one last trip together to relax, and he had been so insane with residency, and I was working hard in my career. And so it happened at a very interesting time in our lives where it felt like we were coming into rush hour, and we had been laying the groundwork, in our early marriage and in our early careers, and putting in some years. And now we felt like we were coming into a new season in our marriage and as a family and in our careers, both of us too. And so that was really derailed when his eyes closed. And the first few days, it was a question of if he would survive and what that would mean for our family and our marriage. And I remember just crying, wondering if my daughter would ever know her father, and wondering if I would be a widow. And when we passed that phase and it became clear that he would survive, but we just didn't know in what form he would return. It was really grim at first. And his father, being a neurosurgeon, told us, I know too much to be an optimist in this scenario. This was not a typical stroke that a 30-year-old has. This was such a rare, near-fatal stroke that the doctor the first night couldn't believe he was alive, and they had no idea how to rehabilitate him, because there was no case literature on a patient of his profile surviving this stroke. So my mom said to me those early days when we had medically landed in Fargo, North Dakota, when we had made the emergency landing, we were stuck in Fargo because Dave was on all sorts of life support. We couldn't move him. My mom said, this is really hard for you because you like to plan. And this was the first moment in life where there was just no way to plan our way through this. And there was also no way to know where it would go. And literally just every day you woke up and you didn't know what would happen. And so,
and you can't fix it. You can't take it
can't
away.
fix it, and you realize what an illusion control is.
Right. You have to surrender to it. And it's the hardest thing to do, I think, is surrender. The same.